Societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage? I will repeat the question. Societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage?
We cannot deny the fact that we are living in a judgmental society, but you know what I love the most? We have love and respect. So in terms of same-sex marriage, I firmly agree with it because biblically speaking, it states that same-sex marriage is okay as long as there is love and respect, because at the end of the day, we are all the same women. We are all humans that have heart that loves and cares for other people. We just need to implement awareness, educate our people at a very young age in order for them to be knowledgeable that no matter what will happen, as long as you love and respect your same people, then at the end of the day, you will be able to love each other. And same-sex marriage is definitely a good term because as long as there is really that love between the two persons, then it is love because, yes, the world needs love. So the legalization of same-sex marriage is good for me. That would be all. Thank you very much.
So much. Now you may head off to the green room.
Now, can we have our next contestant come up to the front of the stage, please?
Thier MRC, Saniata Kawayan.
How are you feeling tonight, Marlon? Are you nervous?
Very nervous, Max. Well, actually, this is the first time I'm presenting or hosting an event. So I'm very glad actually to do it with you, and it's been fantastic so far. How about you?
You know, you're doing a great job because it's just your first time, but you're like a pro. So congratulations to you. Oh,
Welcome,
hello.
contestant number 6.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
So, contestant number 6. This is your final question. Societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As would be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage? I'll ask the question again. Societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As would be ambassador for women's advocacies, as a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage?
As a political science student and as someone who advocates about political correctness, which talks about the negative stereotypes and verbal discrimination that comes with gender, I am really in favor of same-sex marriage simply because I know that love knows no gender. It has no limitations. It is something that we must and we should embrace. We are now in a society wherein we are welcoming diversity. And the first step that we should do is to accept people, to accept their gender preference, because in that way, we would be able to create an environment where empathy and openness of something new is at its prime. Thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 6.
Okay, can we please call out to our next contestant?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Okay, your last and final question. Societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage? I will repeat the question. Societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stance on same-sex marriage?
Thank you for that question. In a world full of stereotypes and standards, I would choose to break those. I am in favor of same-sex marriage. Just because, who are we to question somebody's love for someone? And I believe that love has no standards. If you are able to express yourself, if you are able to give judgment to this love, then it's okay for you. What makes it wrong is the people who perceive it with judgment and criticism. Nowadays, we should be open and respect everyone. For as long as that's what makes them happy, then let them. Because as an educator, I believe that being able to influence the youth, to respect all our diversities, to respect all our life choices is the biggest thing that I could contribute to our community. Thank you.
That's Saniata, Cagayan City, Rochelle and Presto.
What a great answer, right, Max? So, can we please ask our fourth contestant,
Princess Takason, Saniata si San Ildefonso.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So, your final question for this evening is, societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage? I'll ask the question again. Societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage?
I am for same-sex marriage because I believe that love has no boundaries, love has no race, love has no sets of limitations, because love is inclusive. And that is why we stand here today, because I represent not just only myself, but also the love for myself, the love for others. And same-sex marriage should be considered because inclusivity should be represented by all. Thank you.
Your final question is, societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage? I will repeat the question. Societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage?
We all deserve to love and to be loved. And it pains me to know that there are a lot of people who see this as a wrong, because I am in favor of this. Because the LGBT community deserves more, deserves better. And they have to be seen as equal as us.
because they are very great people and they are very vital in our society. And we should get together as one to decrease discrimination and judgments in our society. Thank you.
So your final question is, societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage? I'll repeat the question. Societies around the world are slowly recognizing gender issues. As a would-be ambassador for women's advocacies, what is your stand on same-sex marriage?
I personally love the LGBT community for their own talent and skills, but my stand about same-sex marriage is that I don't agree. Why? Because marriage is sacred that we need to respect. We need to respect, and it is one of God's commandment that we should follow it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's give all of these beautiful and smart ladies a round of applause. So Marlon, they have spoken, and we will give our judges time to convene for the final results. Saniata T, ILOCOS SUR 2022, everyone.